famous story of Hillel and the prospective ger, the prospective convert, who had gone to Shammai first and asked, if he could tell him all of Torah while he was standing on one foot. And it says that Shammai, the great teacher, but a very strict and demanding teacher, drove him away with a builder's measuring rod. Came to Hillel and asked if he could teach him all of Torah while he was standing on one foot. And so Hillel's response was, Madalach sane chavrach lo savid. What is hateful to you, don't do to your friend. Okay, which is the reverse, sort of the negative of it's based on the notion of v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, that you should not love your neighbor as yourself, and what feels, what is good for you, you should also wish and do for your neighbor. But he puts it in the negative term. And having stated that, he says the rest of Torah is commentary. Go and learn. Go forth and learn. The question is, what's this convert have in mind here? This prospective convert. Why does he want to be standing on one foot? It was just a joke? I mean, is he just a simple person that wants, the sort of a simple way out, gets a sort of a slogan religion? Judaism is not about slogans. It was the late great French Jewish philosopher Emmanuel Levinas says, Judaism is a religion for adults. It's a religion that embraces complexity, that really understands the depth of the human heart and the difficulty of the human situation. So why stand on one foot to get an answer? The way that the rabbinic commentators understand this, he's asking actually something very deep. Standing on one foot, is there a single principle, a one foot, a one pillar, that all of the complex and deep structure of Torah rests on? Can you transmit that to me? And he's right. He wants to be a ger, to be a righteous convert. He really needs to know the deep operating principle here. And Hillel comes up with truly a great principle. He puts it in the reverse. The Torah says you should love your neighbor as yourself. That stating it in those positive terms is inspiring, but we also need, in order to give ourselves a sense of guidance in life, we have to get the negative side of that too, to stop us from doing the things that might harm someone else, the things that we recognize are injurious to us, to stop ourselves also when we relate to others. So it's asking for the convert is asking for that one principle that everything else rests on. And Hillel is giving him certainly a worthy answer in every way. But he says, that's the principle. The rest is commentary. Go and learn. That's also part of the answer. He says, go forth and learn. While you're standing on one foot, you get that one principle, but life is not standing on one foot. Life is walking. It's the basis of the notion of halacha. Jewish law is called halacha, the way of walking. And walking, it's one thing when you're balanced on one foot, you find your balance place. Walking is a way of being constantly off balance, but using that creatively. Walking is to learn to deal with being off balance. So the whole tradition of commentary, the vast tradition of Talmudic commentary, commentaries upon commentaries, it's all about how to process the imbalances in life, the complexities, the difficulties, and to turn that into something creative that moves you forwards. And so, between Hillel and the ger, the teacher and the student, and it's a worthy student. The commentators see this prospective convert as a very worthy student. between them, they bring out, the sense of the interplay between principle and balance in principle and the creative process of walking and using imbalance as a creative tool to move forwards, to take the principle, but also to ramify it in all the possible situations that we meet in life. So that's something of the story of Hillel and the Ger.